The backrooms are real. I had this strange dream last night, and I'd like to share it with everyone and tell you about what I experienced in these backrooms. The first thing that happened was I went to sleep and I had this weird dream. And I woke up under this bright fluorescent light that was humming really loudly, and I couldn't think for a minute. When I opened my eyes, I didn't know where I was. I smelled this awful putrid stench of like old carpet. And I kind of felt around. All I could feel was walls and carpet around me. And this light that just was blinding, fluorescent, bright light. The place where I woke up was like around a corner of one of those little indented areas that had like an onset. It's like an office building, but not really. It was right under that blinding light right there. And there was no one around me. All I could hear was the humming of the buzzing light and a low rumble. I didn't know where I was. This yellow wallpaper on these walls just continued forever. And every few feet there was a buzzing light. And every few feet there was a little exit, then you can turn the corner. I didn't walk that much. I couldn't stand the distant hum and the roar of like heavy machinery when I would walk around the corner. It seems to be I was living in a nightmare. Every now and then I could hear some footsteps coming towards me, like there was something there, and I looked up and there was nothing there. I was afraid to go into the dark areas of the back rooms. I was afraid to find out what was around the next corner. When I woke up and started walking just a few feet, it just seemed like this place continued on and on and on forever and ever and ever. I couldn't find a way out. The back rooms is somewhere you don't want to end up going. Every footstep I made, I thought to myself, this has to be just a dream. This has to be a dream. Am I dreaming? Then after a while, I realized it was not a dream. The carpet in certain places smelled worse than others, especially under the parts where there was no lighting, and there were stains on the ceiling panels, like water leaks. It was an awful experience. This is what they call no clipping out of reality. Has anyone ever no clipped out of reality? It's real, folks. It's definitely real. This picture that was shared, it's definitely real. They claim there's multiple levels in the back room, but I only saw the one with the yellow walls and the stinking carpet with the buzzing lights. I'm afraid to go to sleep now because of the reality that I might be back in the back rooms, and it's hard to get back to reality again. I dug around my pockets to see if I brought my cellular phone, and I did not. I had no form of communication while I was back here. It was just me, and that's it. I kept looking back behind me to see if anything was following me, and I didn't see anything. But just the stench, the odor, the putrid, sick odor of the back rooms. I wanted to get out there as fast as I could. The only thing I could think of doing is just closing my eyes again and laying under a bright fluorescent light and going back to sleep. My heart kept pounding in my chest, and I kept telling myself to be calm. Be calm. I kept thinking this is just a dream. But surprisingly, it was a no-clip reality. When I woke up the next morning, I was not in reality like this, and I did some research and found out there were other people who no-clipped out of reality. That's why I'm coming on to YouTube to share my story with everyone. And if you've had a similar experience and no-clipped into the back rooms, leave me a comment below. My heart was pounding in my chest, and I thought there's only one way to get back. So I closed my eyes, and I sat underneath one of those glowing fluorescent lights, and that's where it ended. I woke up in my bed the next morning and thought, what a crazy dream, but in reality, I no-clipped into the back rooms. I was thankful to be back. This anonymous post showed up on the internet, and it says if you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at a maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. That's the truth. When I was in the back room, I heard footsteps. In closing, I'll say the back rooms are real. They are very real, and it's terrifying, because you don't know what you might find around the next yellow wallpapered, stinky carpet, buzzing light corner. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. If you've enjoyed this video, drop me a thumbs up or a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Share your similar backroom story with me, because I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to think that I'm not the only one that's visited the back room. Much love.